Even the most seasoned survivalists are not immune to fatal mistakes. When ego and routine take over, small errors can escalate into disasters. Today, we reveal 5 common survival mistakes even experts make. Pay close attention because one of these mistakes could be your next slip-up. Survival isn't just about skills. It's about avoiding the mistakes that can turn a simple outing into a fight for your life. Even the most seasoned survivalists are not immune to fatal errors. When ego and routine take over, small missteps can snowball into disasters that even experts struggle to overcome. That's why we've poured countless hours into research, interviews with survival veterans, and real-world testing to bring you this video. Stick with us until the end because the final mistake we discuss might just save your life, or the life of someone you care about. This video isn't just a list. It's a guide forged from the hard-earned lessons of countless survivalists who've been there, made the mistakes, and lived to share their stories. And as a thank you for joining us, check out the link in the comments where we've added exclusive coupons on essential survival products. Don't miss out. Those deals are only available for a limited time. Overconfidence. First, overconfidence. Many experienced survivalists believe they know everything about their surroundings. This mindset can lead to the most dangerous decisions. Imagine ignoring maps or skipping planning because you think you know the area like the back of your hand. Overconfidence often blinds you to risks. This can result in wrong turns, unexpected obstacles, and exhaustion. One real-world example involves a hiker who assumed his familiarity with a national park was enough. A sudden storm left him disoriented, leading to a 36-hour rescue operation. The lesson here is clear. Never underestimate the need to plan, no matter how much you think you know. Always double-check maps, prepare backup routes, and trust your compass over your memory. Neglecting to check gear. The second common mistake, neglecting to check your gear. Even the best trained often fail to inspect their tools before an adventure. You trust your knife or flashlight, but when was the last time you tested them? Imagine relying on a water filter only to find out it's clogged or broken. Small oversights like this can leave you vulnerable. An experienced trekker once discovered his stove's fuel canister was empty, forcing him to eat uncooked food in freezing temperatures. The solution is simple. Make it a habit to review and test everything beforehand. Create a checklist. Check your tools, pack spares for critical items, and ensure everything works. A mechanical failure could cost you your life. Poor shelter site selection. Third, a potentially fatal mistake. Choosing the wrong site for shelter. Even with years of experience, it's easy to overlook small details like sloped terrain or depressions that can quickly fill with water. A seasoned camper once ignored signs of water runoff during dry weather. Overnight rainfall turned his campsite into a swamp, leaving him drenched and vulnerable to hypothermia. Before setting up shelter, assess your surroundings. Look for hazards like unstable trees, signs of water flow, or areas exposed to wind. Remember, a safe shelter can mean the difference between comfort and disaster. Taking dangerous shortcuts. The fourth mistake, taking dangerous shortcuts. Experts often believe they can handle any situation and, as a result, take unnecessary risks, like crossing rivers without proper gear or climbing unstable slopes. One survivalist decided to cross a river to save time, underestimating the water's strength. Halfway across, he lost his footing and was swept downstream, narrowly escaping serious injury. Rushing often leads to regret. The extra time to plan and ensure safety is worth more than risking your life. Practice patience and always prioritize safety over speed. Ignoring weather conditions. Finally, ignoring weather conditions. Even the most experienced can underestimate the impact of weather, neglecting to bring adequate gear or proper clothing. A simple mistake like this can lead to hypothermia, heat stroke, or worse. A seasoned outdoorsman once ignored a weather warning, assuming he could handle a sudden drop in temperature. Without proper layers, he suffered mild hypothermia and had to abandon his trip. Always be prepared for the unexpected. Weather can change rapidly, and you need to be ready for any situation. Check forecasts, pack for extremes, and stay vigilant. Even the best make mistakes, but the true mark of an expert is learning from them. Review your planning, trust your tools, and respect nature. That's how you turn fatal errors into valuable lessons. Want to learn more about survival and bushcraft? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to answer some of the most common questions we hear about survival and avoiding these critical mistakes. Question 1. How can I tell if my gear is reliable before heading out? The best way to ensure your gear won't fail you is by testing it in controlled environments before your trip. Set up your tent, try out your tools, and make sure everything is in working order. Look for signs of wear and tear, and replace anything that seems unreliable. Question 2. What's the best way to plan for unexpected weather changes? Always check the weather forecast before you leave, but don't stop there. Pack layers, waterproof clothing, and emergency shelter options, even if the weather looks perfect. Nature is unpredictable, and preparation is key. Question 3. Is it ever okay to take risks in a survival situation? Risk-taking should always be a last resort. Assess the situation carefully. If a shortcut or action could save time but carries a high chance of injury or failure, it's better to avoid it. Survival is about endurance and patience, not speed. Question 4. What's the most overlooked survival skill? Mental preparedness is often underestimated. Staying calm, thinking clearly, and making rational decisions under pressure can be the difference between life and death. Practice mindfulness and stress management to sharpen this skill. Question 5. Can these mistakes still happen if I've been trained professionally? Absolutely. Training helps minimize risks, but nobody is infallible. That's why continuous learning, self-assessment, and humility are crucial, no matter how experienced you are. Your questions are what keep this community thriving, so don't stop here. If you have more questions or insights, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget, the link in the comments has exclusive coupons for top-notch survival gear. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next adventure.